I got the girlies at the front like yeah, yeah. I got the brothers on the side like yeah, yeah. Even the haters at the back are like yeah, yeah. Because we do it like that with the yeah, yeah. I got the girlies at the front like yeah, yeah. I got the brothers on the side like yeah, yeah. Even the haters at the back are like yeah, yeah. Because we do it like that with the yeah, yeah. The ear what star, you know the running. You know the grade of the ting that I'm bunning. You know the thing that I'm dry ain't coming. Bring out your Vaseline.
All praises to Yahweh, but Shem Shai. Give honors to the apostles of GMS and the rest of the prophets and Howards and byways. My name is Ip.
And
today we're going to go over the topic of Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, and we're going to continue with the scriptures. So, Brothers Carr's going to read Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. Alright? And by the way, this Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 is talking about wisdom, the fear of the Lord, and the commandments of Yahweh. A lot of preachers in Proverbs and Ecclesiasticus talk about it, but we'll go over Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. Go ahead.
Alright, Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, aka Sirach, by the way. You know, it says, all wisdom cometh from the Lord, and it's with him forever.
Alright, so it says all wisdom comes from the Lord. That's why you can never be proud to say that you got all this wisdom by yourself. If Yahweh doesn't want you to have wisdom, he's not going to allow that. Because there's 2/3 and there's 1/3. Alright? So give me Proverbs 2 verse 6. Proverbs 2 verse 6. So you can never be proud to say, I got all this wisdom by myself. Because you have to pray to Yahweh for that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You can't just get it just so. And you have to have someone to teach you that through Yahweh Shem Shai. So go ahead.
Proverbs 2 verse 6. The Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
That's right. So it's just simple. The Lord giveth wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I want to bring a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is a precept in James.
Mm-hmm.
James 1 verse 5. James 1 verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God. They give it to all men liberally, and upbraid it not, and it should be given it. You don't have to see.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
If anyone like wisdom, would ask God. Solomon asked for wisdom. You can't just get it just so, you know. They got people out there. They think the Bible you just read it and you just get it. You can't just get it just so. You have to have understanding, because you could have the knowledge, but you don't really have no understanding with it. As it says, Proverbs 4 verse 7. Get wisdom, all that getting, get understanding.
That's right. That's what these church goes. They write a sermon down, and they just go to the church and they just preach it.
Because they know the scriptures. A lot of them know the scriptures, but they don't have no understanding
of it. All right. So go ahead. Going back to Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. Now we're on verse 2.
Ecclesiasticus 1 verse 2. It says, who can number the seventh sea on the troughs of the rain, in the days of eternity? Who could find out the height of heaven and the breadth of the earth and the deep in wisdom?
Alright, so now we're going to go into that. Alright, so now I'm bringing Proverbs 8 verse 23. Proverbs 8 verse 23 to 29. Alright, Proverbs 8 verse 23 to 29. Just explaining, right, who created the depths of the sea, the sand of the sea. And you notice that when you go to the beach, the waves do not pass that border. Once Yahweh has a command for the sea to stay right there. Alright? So if the sea can obey Yahweh, if everything else can obey Yahweh, what makes you think you can't obey him? Alright? The stars obey him. Alright?
Proverbs 8:23 to 29. I will set up from everlasting, from the beginning, wherever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth nor the fields, nor the highest parts of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave to the sea his decree.
There he goes. When he gave the sea his decree. The sea can't pass that border unless Yahweh allows it. Like the flood that happened in Japan. Yahweh allowed it to go to pass that. But if Yahweh doesn't give a decree, it's not going to happen. Go ahead.
That his word should not pass his commandment when he appointed the foundations of the earth.
That's right. And how can you give praise to Mother Nature? All right, Yahweh does that. You can't. That's why you got newly gods. They give praise to other gods.
And even the tsunami, even the earthquake knows its limits. Even the volcano knows its limit as how far it's supposed to go.
That's right. There's an earthquake every day.
How's y'all gonna allow a tsunami to go as far to destroy the whole city? They got apocalyptic movies. You know them bootleg apocalyptic movies where they got a volcano destroying the earth, the earthquake. Nah. That's not gonna happen.
Yahweh, he destroyed the world by water last time. This time he's gonna do it with fire, with those nuclear missiles. All right. The same thing that happened in those times is happening now. There was only 8 people that survived. There's gonna be more. There's more 2/3 than there's the 1/3. All right. Yahweh is not about numbers. All right. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 30. Then I was by him as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him,
All right.
rejoicing
You can stop there. Well, go ahead.
rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men.
All right. So we're gonna bump that. And we're going to go to Isaiah 42, verse 5. Isaiah 42, verse 5. Let's go to that.
Alright, Isaiah 42, verse 5.
Okay.
It says, thus said the Lord, he that created the heavens and spread them out, he that spread forth the earth, and that was coming out of it, he that giveth breath to the people upon it, and spirits them that walk therein.
That's right. See, how does all of that? So I just wanted to address that precept. So, if you got anything to say before we go to the next precept?
I was just saying earlier, the tsunami knows its limit, the volcano knows its limit. They got like 2012, they show the whole area being destroyed. We're not disputing that things like that is going to happen. There's going to be certain events where you see some parts of America be earthquakes, and just tsunamis and floods, but how am going to allow the whole scenario? No, that's not going to happen.
That's right.
Because they obey the Most High.
Con. Alright, so now verse 4. We'll go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, verse 4. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, verse 4.
Alright? Wisdom have been created for all things, and understanding of prudence from everlasting. The word of Yahweh Most High is from the fountain of wisdom.
Oh, you read verse 4?
Yeah, I read verse 4.
Alright, so now we'll go to Jeremiah 51, verse 15. Jeremiah 51, verse 15. Alright, Jeremiah 51, 15. How created the world with wisdom, too. If this was something as wisdom, this world would be created. Alright? Jeremiah 51, verse 15.
Jeremiah 51, verse 15. He had made the earth by his power, he had established the world by his wisdom, and had stretched out the heaven by his understanding.
That's right. So it says when 15 says he had made the earth by his power, he had established the world by his wisdom. Alright? See how it has wisdom of the whole universe, but like in Deuteronomy 29, verse 29, those secrets, we're not going to know the secrets into the kingdom of heaven. Alright? Verse 5.
Alright? It says the word of Yahweh Most High is a fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments.
Alright? So we'll go over John 7, verse 38. Because it says the fountain of wisdom. Yahweh uses water as another thing for wisdom. He uses it as another thing for wisdom. Alright?
John 7:38.
So you have to be clean through the word. Alright, go ahead.
He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Alright, this rivers of living water, alright? So go to Proverbs 5 and 15. Proverbs 5 and 15. I'll actually read it over my way. Proverbs 5 and 15. Drink waters out of thy own cistern, running waters out of thy own well. Like these pastors in these churches, they think that the water is just actual water. They baptize people with actual water. But that was the old baptism. How is not dealing with that anymore? We have to be baptized through the word. Alright, but the point is, how we use water as anything for wisdom. Alright? His water is pure. Water is purifying. Alright? So let's go to go ahead. Back to Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, verse 6.
So to whom hath the root of wisdom been be revealed? Who hath known her wise counsels?
So bring Amos 3 verse 7. Amos 3 verse 7. Because it says, to whom hath the root of wisdom been revealed? So we're going to show you who it's been revealed to. Amos 3 verse 7.
Amos 3 verse 7. It says, surely Yahweh will do nothing, but reveal his secrets into the servants of prophets.
Alright? So, he revealed his wisdom to the servants of the prophets. Alright? The servants of the prophets, right? That's who he revealed his wisdom to. Like I said, he only revealed to the elect. The one there. I think we did a video on that too, about the elect. Alright? Only elect knows the wisdom. Alright? He didn't give that understanding to the 2/3. He's like I said, he's only dealing with a certain number. Alright? He's only dealing with the chosen. That's what he only gave the wisdom to. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Alright? And you're not just going to get wisdom like in one night. You're going to get that over time. Alright? You can't just get it overnight. Like the apostles of GMS, the elders, or the apostles. They didn't get that overnight. They've been in this for years. And like us, we're still learning and growing. Alright? Wisdom never ends. Go ahead. They're going verse 7, yeah.
And to whom hath knowledge of wisdom been made manifest? And who would understood her great experience?
We just went over that too.
There is one wise and great to be feared, the Lord sitting upon his throne.
So, Psalms 11 verse 4, just to address it, Yahweh sitting upon the throne. So how can you think the Yahweh is just a spirit? Alright? It's not just a spirit. A spirit can't just sit on the throne. So let's go to Psalms 11 verse 4.
Psalms 11 verse 4. See, and that's funny, man. They always contradict themselves. They know this precept, it says, right? It says, Yahweh, all things are possible. So is it not possible we can have his own body?
That's right.
He has all the power to do anything in the world, and he can have his own body.
Yeah.
He gave everyone else body. He gave everyone else this, and that, eyes, but he don't have himself.
That's right. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Psalms 11 verse 4.
That's like you creating something. You creating a clay that it has something that you don't, or you create something that it has something you don't. Right? See, Yahweh's gonna give us we're gonna have anger, but Yahweh's not gonna have anger. Yahweh's angry with the wicked every day. He has the same emotions we do. It says in the scripture, Yahweh is a jealous power. Oh, don't we get jealous?
Then Yahweh regret. There was a time when Yahweh did regret.
That's
He
right.
repents. He has compassion. He has mercy. And there's a time to be angry and there's a time to be happy.
That's right. And it says, don't let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Alright?
Psalms 11 verse 4. The Lord is in his holy temple. Yahweh's throne is in heaven. But his eyes behold his eyelids try the children of men.
That's right. Alright? And heaven means Shemayah. It tells you that there's a lot of water in the air. There's moisture. I don't know if you can explain on that.
Yeah, Shemayim means under the water. That's what heaven says, because really sky is water. If you look at it, it's made of water, dust, that's what it is. And then there's water that the ocean water, how it's separated together.
That's right.
I mean, he separated everything together.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, verse 8. Oh, we already read that. Now, verse 9. He created her and saw her and numbered her. Now, so I'll read it again. It says, there is one wise and great to be feared, the Lord sitting upon his throne.
That's right. You persevere him. Not no other gods. Yahweh's gonna deal with you. Deal with your niggas that's worshiping other gods. You don't have to be worshiping the Moabite gods. You don't have to be worshiping the East Indian gods. You don't have to be worshiping any of them, except for Yahweh, Shem, and Yahweh Shai. Alright, the only one true and creator.
He created her and saw her and numbered her and poured her out upon all his works.
That's right.
She is with all flesh according to his gift. And he had given her to them that love him.
To them that love him. If you love Yahweh, if Yahweh wants you to have that understanding, he's going to give it to you. Alright? You have to pray for that. You have to fast for that. Alright? Go ahead.
To fear Yahweh's honor and glory and gladness and a crown of rejoicing. The fear of Yahweh maketh a merry heart,
And read all the way to 16.
and giveth joy and gladness in a long life. Who's the fear of Yahweh, it should go well with him at the last. He should find favor in the day of his death. To fear Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. She had built everlasting foundation with men, and she shall continue with their seed. To fear Yahweh is fullness of wisdom, and filleth men with their fruits.
Alright, so we'll go over a few pieces about fear. But there's a lot of them. There's a lot to say fear Yahweh. Right? That's why Yahweh killed a lot of your niggas. That was It's not just keeping all the laws. That's not just going to get you in chariot. You have to have faith. You got to fear Yahweh. Alright? Because they got some people that think you're going to just keep all the laws to teach. You can't do that. We're breaking the laws every day. We're doing the best that we possibly can do. Alright? We're not supposed to be. You got a lot of niggas eating pork chops and stuff. They're going off. But salvation is for Israel. If you turn away from your sins, Yahweh will forgive you. If you do it again, there ain't no mercy. Once you go back, that's it. Yahweh's going to deal with you. Like a lot of you guys, they went off. You had the truth and then you just went off. The comforter is not the comforter, right? The comforter is not here. If the comforter is here, we'd be in the kingdom of heaven by now. Alright? Go Psalms 25, we're going to read Psalms 25 verse 14.
Psalms 25 verse 14. The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him, and he will shew them his covenant.
Yeah, that's right. So the secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him. Alright? Wisdom and knowledge and understanding is with them that fear him. Psalms 51 verse 40, Psalms 54 verse 9. Psalms 54 verse 9.
Psalms 54 verse 9.
Psalms 54 verse 9? Alright, we're going to bump that and go to Proverbs 1 verse 7.
Proverbs 1 verse 7. It says, the fear of Yahweh is beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
That's right. When we do the work, there'll be a lot of fools out there. Alright? Ecclesiasticus 19 verse 20. The last reason for fear, Yahweh. Alright? Now I was going to deal with the people that mock this truth too. We're bringing out the truth, which we're not there for everybody. We're only there for the elect and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Alright? Go to Ecclesiasticus 19 verse 20.
Ecclesiastes 19 verse 20. The fear of Yahweh is all wisdom, and all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge is omnipotency.
Alright, so I'm going to read that. I said the fear of Yahweh is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is performance of the law, and knowledge is omnipotency. Alright, so the fear of Yahweh is wisdom. Fear of Yahweh first, and you got wisdom. Alright? Go to back to Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. Now we're on verse 17, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
She filled all their house with things desirable, and her garments with increase. The fear of Yahweh is a crown of wisdom.
We just read in Ecclesiasticus 19 verse 20.
Making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are the gifts of Yahweh, and enlarge their rejoicing that love him. Wisdom rained down skill and knowledge and understanding, and exalted them to honor that hold them fast. The root of wisdom is the fear of Yahweh, and the branches of a long life. The fear of Yahweh driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. A fearless man cannot be justified, for the sway of his spirit should be his destruction.
Alright, so I'm bring out for that verse, and then Ephesians 4:26. Ephesians 4:26. You see some furious men when men are angry. You can't justify them. You can't try to sit down and reason with them, because when man is angry, you gotta let him cool down first.
Because your emotions flare up.
Yeah.
Emotions are really flare it up, you know. You can't focus on anything except what he's talking about, what he's angry at.
That's right.
Ecclesiasticus 4:26. Be angry and sin not. Let the sun go down upon the wrath.
That's right. So be angry and sin not. We're angry out there too, man. I got some people asking why we're angry. Like there's a song with Morgan Heritage says, do you see anything to smile about? There's nothing to smile about. We're in slavery. We're in mental slavery. We gotta wake up in the morning, we gotta go to work. Alright? There's some brothers out there with aches in their foot and their back. Alright? There's nothing to smile about, alright? Esau, alright, the white man's in control. The heathen's in control. We got dogs over us. There is something to be angry about. We're not supposed to let the sun go down upon your wrath. Does that mean we can go to an East Indian or a white man and just punch him in the face? We can't do that right now. We have to wait on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Alright? So, go ahead. Go back to Ecclesiasticus 1, verse 23.
Alright, a patient man will bear for a time, and afterward joy shall spring up into him. He will hide his words for a time, and the lips of many will declare his wisdom. The parables of knowledge and the treasures of wisdom, but godliness is an abomination to the sinner. If y'all desire wisdom, keep the commandments.
Oh, what verse did you read? 25? Oh yeah, bring out Proverbs 29, verse 27. Proverbs 29, verse 27.
Proverbs 29, verse 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way of is abomination to the wicked.
Alright, that's right. So, he that is right is abomination to the wicked. Because in this verse in 25 it says, but godliness is an abomination to a sinner.
Because when you doing the right thing, they see you as wicked, and you see the wicked as wicked.
That's right. Like, vice versa. Vice versa. Alright, so go ahead. 26. 26 is really the last verse. We're going to read this whole chapter.
If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments. The Lord shall give unto thee.
Alright, last precept we're going to bring out Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13.
Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh keeps commandments. This is the whole duty of man.
It's the duty of a man. Because it says here, if you have desire to keep the commandments, that's the duty of a man. Not to go to college and get a degree. What was that? A career. That's right, a career in this world. Because the wisdom of this world is foolishness of Yahweh. That's in 1 Corinthians 3. I forgot the verse, but the wisdom of this world is foolishness of Yahweh. The duty of the man is to keep the commandments and fear Yahweh. Alright, which is the main topic of this video. Alright, go ahead, read all the way to 30 and we'll end it right there.
It says, distrust, fear the Most High.
Fear Yahweh again.
His wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness was light. Distrust not the fear of the Lord without poor, and come not to him with a double heart.
You can't be with a double heart too. You can't half your heart can't be towards this world and to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You can't have both ways. Either you're for Yahweh or either you're for this world. You can be in this world. You can have it your way, but you gonna be all Israelites gonna be rich in the kingdom of heaven, but you're gonna be a little more low than you would have been if you didn't go with Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Be not the hypocrite in the sight of man, and take good heed without speakers.
You can be a hypocrite too. One minute you're saying you can't smoke cigarettes, and then behind closed doors you're smoking cigarettes. Alright, go ahead.
Exalt not thyself lest thou fall, and bring dishonor to thy soul upon thy soul.
So you're not supposed to exalt thyself too. You're supposed to abase yourself. Make yourself humble. It doesn't matter how much wisdom and knowledge and understanding you have. You make yourself. You're supposed to abase yourself. Alright. Don't exalt yourself up. You say, I know this precept. It doesn't matter. Yahweh could do anything he wanted. And he came in this world and he abased himself. He made himself humble for Israel. So that didn't give you no right to make yourself exalt yourself. Right, go ahead.
And cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, as thou comest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceits.
That's right. So that was Ecclesiasticus chapter 1.
And verse 11 and 30, you wanna change your, you wanna come to the truth, but you still wanna do wicked things. You don't wanna change all the way. They got niggas out there.
We went in it right there. We're hosting something new today. That was Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. Wednesdays we might do Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. Might do a part 2 to this, but that was Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. We hope you learned something new today. Alright, my name's Ib.
Shakar.
And there's to Esau, there's to Derbs, there's to the
You see,
heathen,
that's a whole.
there's to the whole wicked. Alright, Shalom Yashrael.